Hi guys, how's everyone doing? So, my name is Marianne Hanson. I'm a self-worth and confidence coach, and as I've mentioned, I'm going to be doing live videos every Wednesday. You can also catch my other live videos on my personal page, Marianne Hanson. I've just made a video talking about a really good book called Why Men Marry Women and Not Others, Marry Some Women and Not Others. You can also go to my other page, which is NU Journeys Counselling, my business page, where you can see another video. And I'm going to be making a final live video on my debt page, which is called The Debt Free Life. But what I want to talk about today is something that I think people will be able to relate to, really. Now, as a confidence and self-worth coach, even in my counselling business as well, I work with many women who feel overwhelmed, overloaded, and have this like pressure really from coming from all angles, from society, from family, to be this like superwoman. Now, what I wanted to talk about is when you hear the term superwoman, it's always termed and defined in a positive, you know, superwoman with this cape on. I actually did, I think I wrote a post on my page about it recently. It's the expectation that you can be all things to all people, you know, that you can be a great, fantastic mother, a fantastic cook, that you can be sexy, that you can always be like energetic, that you can be a great employee, a great daughter, a great auntie, you know, just you're superwoman, aren't you? So you can do everything. Now, the issue with that is that there are many women who don't feel that way, and also who feel the pressure, and they feel that if they say, no, I'm struggling with this, or I need help, then they're viewed as being like weak. Why can't you be that mother that collects the children from school, that goes to work, that does all the housework, that you know, has sex 5 times a week with your husband? Other people do it, so what's wrong with you? You know, it's never viewed in terms of maybe this is a person that's struggling here. And I think a lot of it, the pressure does come from society. Some of the pressure comes from the media when it's showing these like powerful women. And there's nothing wrong with being powerful. So it's not to say that you have to be a particular type of woman. We're all different women. I think it's just this idea that, you know, people have to be superwoman, you know, and be able to do everything. Because I think that there are lots of women who are struggling with that. Now, if you go to my counselling page, NU Journeys Counselling, when I first became a counsellor, when I became self-employed, I was struggling with work-related stress at one of my roles as a social worker. Now, there's a video on there that you can see. It's probably from last year or 2 years ago, where I was quite open about that, about how that stress affected me. And part of that was this whole idea that you cannot break under pressure. You know, you're a qualified, experienced social worker. If we give you all these cases plus all these responsibilities, in my case, someone had left the full-time role and I was doing my role full-time plus this other person's role. So I was doing 2 full-time roles with all the responsibilities, and I was expected to just get on with it. Now, what happens sometimes is people will give you lots of responsibilities, whether it's in the home or whether it's at work, and they will treat it as a compliment. So what they'll say is that you can handle it, and we know you're the best worker for the job, so we're giving you this. And it's a backhanded compliment, because they're not giving it to you because you're the best person for the job. You shouldn't have to do that many responsibilities. They're giving it to you because they want to see your reaction. If you said, no, this is too much, I can't handle all these responsibilities. And it comes back to that thing of most of us as women won't say that. We don't want the other person to think we can't handle it, so we will take on all the responsibilities when really inside we're crumbling. You know, people are looking at us and going, wow, how does she manage to do it? She's so organised. She's got all these cases. She's got this. She's always looking fantastic. She's always like, you know, you'll see those women probably, if you're a mother, you'll see other parents in the school playground and you'll be admiring them. How does she manage to do it? She goes to work, she looks brilliant, she, you know, picks up her kids, she does this, she's always baking, she's always doing this, she does activities. And I think, you know, deep down, it's about sometimes women are portraying that when really it's a lot of things that they're having to handle, but they can't really cope with it. And all I want to sort of say as a coach is there's nothing wrong with saying sometimes that it's too much. You know, if you take on too many responsibilities, it's a cycle that you get into, because you take on more, people give you more. If you express that it's too much and you need to have less, then people will stand back and look at that. Hi, thanks for joining me, whoever's joining me. So yeah, I think it's down to us, really. It's us as people to say, this is too much for me. This is too many responsibilities. You know, the weight is too much for me. I just need some help here. And I think for lots of women, it's hard to ask for help. I know many like independent women, and even that word independent as well is another word that can go against you. Superwoman's one word, independent woman's another word, sexy women is another word. They're all positive words in the right context. But imagine, right, if you are a mother who's probably got like 5 kids, or even like really little kids, and you're always told, oh, you're a sexy, even that, I'm not going to use the language, but everyone knows what MILF, M-I-L-F, stands for. That's derogatory in itself, because that is basically saying, oh, this is a hot mama, you know, but this is a mother I'd like to, everyone knows what the F stands for. But it's things like that. So then other mothers are probably looking and thinking, I'm still a mother, you know what I mean? But I'm not in shape, and I'm not looking sexy, and I'm not putting on makeup and like looking fantastic every day. But it's not really about that, you know. And I think we're all like responsible really for what we allow and for what we project as well, you know. So as I've said, that word sexy, for some women, you should be sexy. You would want your husband, even if you've had baby, as I've said, had children. If you're a mother, if you are having like days where you don't want to wear any makeup, where you don't want to dress up, you still want to feel sexy, and you still want people to perceive you as sexy. You don't just want that word to be attached when you're dolled up, you know, and when you're looking absolutely your best, because then what that's going to portray to you, the message is you're only sexy when you're wearing heels, or you're only sexy when you've got your hair done and your makeup on. At other times, you're not sexy, and sexiness hasn't got anything to do with like looks. Sexy is about an energy. So, as I've said, really, it's all the things I just want to like summarise on. It's alright, I took notes, but I didn't even look at my notes. Is we need to like accept that if we continue to say that we can take on anything and everything, then we'll continue to be given those things, and it will become a self-fulfilling prophecy. You know, you're superwoman because you can organise all the parties, you can, you know, do this and you can do that. And then the more we portray that we can do it, the more work we'll be given, the more responsibilities, when deep down we'll be crumbling. Then the other bit really is that you can still be strong, you can still be independent, and you can still be super in your own way without doing all of those things. It's not weak to ask for help. It's not weak to say, this is too much. And I had to even learn that. I had to learn that. As I said, I've been in so many roles in my life where I know I've been given too much responsibility, but I've been fearful of like, how is that going to look? If I say I've got 50 cases, not 50, that's exaggerating. If I say I've got this many cases, when everyone else in the team is handling it somehow, none of them have said no, but it's really affecting me, do I take that risk and say, this is too much? Or do I continue to work through it, but really it's too much for me? You know, I think the key thing to take from this video is that we have to take control and responsibility for, you know, the labels that people are putting on us and for the things that are being done. It's only when we sort of stand up and be assertive and say, look, no, yeah, I'm a superwoman in my own way, but no, I can't take the kids to school, go to work, do all the housework, have sex 5 times a week with you, organise all the birthday parties, pick up other people's children because, you know, I'm reliable, do the neighbour's garden because I want to be liked. You know, no, I can't do all of that. And if that means that certain people are going to say, she's weak, or she's oh, thought she could handle more than that, or she's not very competent, then they can say that, because you know deep down that that's not you. So I hope you found this video useful. I'm going to be making videos every single Wednesday. There's people who have already given me suggestions about videos on confidence, on self-esteem, and they're the areas I specialise in anyway as a coach. I'll also be bringing in some relationship stuff from my counselling, and any topic that I think you guys will find useful. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you found this video useful. Anyone who's watching on the replay, leave your comments. I'd love to hear what you've got to say. And finally, I've still got packs of affirmation cards. Thanks to everyone who's made their orders. They're being posted out at the moment, quite a few people. So the cards are relationship cards, self-worth and confidence. I've created and designed these cards myself. They're not copied from anywhere. You can buy the small packs or the big packs. Any information, you can go to the page because there's pictures of them on there, and you can also send me a private message with your order and your address, and I'll tell you details of how to pay. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all soon. Take care. Have a great afternoon. Bye.